When she goes to like the Kids' Choice Awards or the People's Choice Awards, which are really a symbol of how many people like her, she's comfortable showing up in a very casual outfit, while other people at the same award show are all decked out in a designer, you know, very pre-planned gown.
She's as comfortable on a red carpet in full couture as she is, you know, at a junk store in Savannah in overalls and a t-shirt.
By 1999, Sandra's star status was firmly in place.
She brings in the cash to the movie theaters, and people will pay that money to go see her, because when you see Sandra Bullock in a movie, you walk out of there and you feel good.
And each walk on the red carpet brought Sandra better reviews.
She really knows what looks pretty on her, what looks right, and less is best.
But it is still her sense of humor that steals the show.
She's sort of a modern-day Lucille Ball without the red hair.
Oh, get up there! How horrible is that?
Sandra laughed off her efforts to get glammed up at a music awards show in 1999.
I'm like a designer's dream, but then the nightmare once I put it on and I don't pull it off. Then you have to really think about like combing your hair when you leave the house. It's not easy getting your hair to look like a rat's nest.
She makes fun of herself, which is, I think, the most flattering quality anybody could have, is she doesn't take life too seriously, and her movie roles reflect that.
Sandra's fooling around cracked everyone up at a photo shoot for Us Weekly in 2000.
She had brought this big afro wig, and she wore some outrageous outfit, and she assumed some character that I have no idea where it came from, and she walked out of the makeup room with this huge wig on, and you could not get her to break character to save your life. It was hilarious.
Then Sandra completely switched gears for a more laid-back look.
She got really into this Katharine Hepburn kind of thing with this white shirt, like a man's shirt, and I remember her doing this thing where she reclined on this chair and kind of hung her hair over the back of the chair. She just sat there in this really beautiful state of repose.
Sandra's next part as a clumsy character named Grace fit like a glove.
Sandra's role in Miss Congeniality is kind of a lot like Sandy in her day-to-day life. You know, she starts out a bit on the front besides Sorry, Sandy, but, you know, you're not a glamour puss all the time. And she gets kind of the couture transformation.
Sandra pulled off her own transformation at the premiere. This sheer Donna Karan was a perfect fit.
I think all women, no matter how tomboyish they are, like to sort of dress up every once in a while. It's in our genes.
Miss Congeniality became a huge hit. Bullock's wacky performance earned the actress a Golden Globe nomination in 2001.
Sandra Bullock's best when she's doing comedy, and Miss Congeniality, playing the bumbling beauty contestant. I mean, it was just really funny. There's very few people who didn't find that just hilarious, and she pulled it off really well.
She didn't win the award, but Sandra knocked him dead in a luscious gown by Les Habitudes.
She pulled out all the stops. It had a train. It was very ornate, almost corseted on top and flowing on the bottom. She had a huge brooch around her neck and her hair tightly pulled back. She was there to show everyone, I'm a star.
She was like, do you like my dress? What do you think? I went and bought it myself. I went to a store on Robertson and picked it out myself. I saw it in the window, and that's Sandy for you.
The unpretentious Sandy blended perfectly with superstar Sandra Bullock. Photographer Naomi Kaltman captured Sandra's split personality in a 2002 layout for Parade magazine.
The outside was actually this beautiful black dress, sort of a Spanish quality to it. So she looked very kind of old Hollywood, but the hair and the makeup were very modern. It was just this really stunning, tight portrait, and then the inside had this more typical Sandra, which was like really sexy jeans and just very cute and tomboyish.
Sandra traded in the tomboy togs for upscale glamour at the 2002 Academy Awards. The actress took her cue from a red carpet master.
She claims to have learned from Gwyneth Paltrow that Valentino is the designer for making you look like a superstar.
Bullock shed her superstar style long enough to play a tough cop in Murder by Numbers.
Sandra Bullock had to transform herself. She was really kind of edgy and masculine.
Co-star Ryan Gosling hit upon a unique way to remove Sandra's makeup.
I'd like to say that that was not scripted. And when the actor came up to me and said, I'm going to be licking you now, I was like, all right, whatever. And it was bad for him because he had the mouth full of makeup. So, I just got licked, and that was not a bad thing.
Sandra lapped up more fashion kudos at the 2 weeks notice premiere. Co-star Hugh Grant got the lowdown on Bullock's style.
Can I say you're looking particularly great tonight?
Why, thank you, darling.
Who are you wearing?
Miguel, I drove it.
She knew what she's doing here. She's definitely feeling more comfortable with herself, and although it's basic black, she's taken a little chance here. She did the scarf around her neck, just the extra accoutrement to make it say, voila, I'm a star.
Showing off the arms, showing off those shoulders, getting a little daring for her, a little surprising, but hey, I've got movie tickets to sell, so it's time to show some cleavage.
And cleavage took center stage when Sandra busted out as the fun and fearless female of the year on the cover of Cosmopolitan in 2003.
I certainly didn't arrive looking like that morning. And the fact that they made me look like that is exciting. You know, and it's Cosmo. There's something always sort of sexy and saucy about the covers of Cosmo. It says best beauty bargains ever was the first thing that I read, and then sexy or skanky. So skanky kind of stood out because I thought they were talking about me. And it was everywhere. And it's a little disturbing to see yourself looking back at you.
From casual to couture, Sandra Bullock fell hard for fashion.
Sandra's become a real fashion aficionado. She loves going to the fashion shows, and that's because she looks to the runways actually for inspiration on how to put the clothes together.
And Sandra looked every bit the fashionista at the 2004 Academy Awards.
At the Oscars this year, she glowed. She looked like one of the most beautiful girls in the room.
Sandra Bullock is the girl next door who became one of Hollywood's top stars.
Sandra Bullock has really made a mark as being just that regular girl.
She has a sense of humor about herself, and I think that's what people love. People love a certain realness.
Sandra Bullock's style shifted from down-to-earth to totally glamorous.
Sandra has really evolved from the t-shirt and jeans girl to being a contender at some of the most major award shows and the most prestigious red carpet walks.
Style Star asked some fashion experts for their take on Sandra's most stylish moments.
I mean, you say it's not about the dress, but it's so about the dress. It's so about the dress.
Sandra chose a revealing Randolph Duke design for the 1999 premiere of Forces of Nature.
Sandra Bullock loves red. She had a red satin, sort of new agey looking skirt on.
She does like bold colors. You know, purple, pink, red, strong colors.
She had red lipstick on, and altogether she looked like this modern woman.
For the 1999 People's Choice Awards, Sandra was decked out in Badgley Mishka.
I love this dress. Again, just very Sandy. It's sexy, but it's just not over-the-top sexy.
It was just how we'd all like to look in January when we're pasty and white.
It was a safe outfit, not a train wreck or anything, but I do love the fact that she showed off her neck.
Sandra sparkled in a beaded dress by Richard Tyler at the 1997 Oscars.
You could wear it with no shoes on a beach, or you could wear it with some stilettos at the Oscars.
Sandra Bullock showed up in this sort of almost wood nymph-inspired outfit.
It was dressy and romantic, but definitely had a hippie chic feel.
It does say to me, I'm getting savvier about the fact that I need to dress up at these things. I need to be a movie star.
At the 2001 Golden Globe Awards, Sandra was a beauty in black in Les Habitudes.
She's floating down the red carpet in this dress that is just so powerful.
Showstopper. Elegant, separates again, works on her body perfectly. She knew what she was doing.
I love this. Sandra looks amazing here.
Sandra stood out at the 2002 Academy Awards in a vivacious Valentino.
Her signature shoulders, her neckline, it just stands out. This is definitely the type of dress that suits her best.
This was very risque for her. A little bit of breast showing there, very transparent. I think this was a big step for her fashion-wise.
She really does look like someone who, you know, is winning Oscars and being whisked away on private jets and sipping Cristal.
Sandra Bullock loves life and takes fashion in stride.
Sandra Bullock's the daughter you want to have, the best friend you want to be with, and the movie star you want to grow up to be all in one.
Sandra Bullock is a fresh, funny style star.
Aren't you guys really hot? There's no... Can we open some doors, please? Oh, really? I need some air. Can we open the doors? What?
How much of this award do you give to Michael Caine?
None of it. He has enough awards on his own, okay? And he never lets you forget it. I have 2 Academy Awards.